final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wisconsin's offense will start this game off. Well, Paul Bunyan's Axe went home to Minneapolis last year, and boy, did the Gophers chop up the Badgers, and probably even sweeter to do it in Camp Randall.
Yeah, and Camp Randall was really quiet because it was a beatdown. I mean, Wisconsin had 166 yards of offense. They got absolutely nothing going. Minnesota got the ball rolling. They ran the football at will. They out-toughed Wisconsin. Jesse, I have to imagine Wisconsin heard about that a lot in the offseason.
Yeah, I got to think, if you're Wisconsin head coach Luke Fickell, you need your team to be more physical, especially in the trenches, because in that game the last time, they couldn't run the football. They couldn't stop the run. It's all going to be won or lost up front. That's the challenge for the Badgers this year.
And the Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Edwards. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to bull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the...
Scores on the sneak.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
Wisconsin 7, Minnesota 0.
So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that.
Turning it on!
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Lindsey. Got his man. Turning on the Jets. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Quarterbacks abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun. Just to watch the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is going to run across the field and get an enormous axe. How flippin' cool is that?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Great place to start for this offense. Snagged in the middle. It's Tracy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick.
Looking for the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Fender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Mason. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Edwards. It's complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Dupree. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Badgers are rolling down the field. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Paul Bunyan's axe is one of the great trophies in college football, but you know, they used to play for a slab of bacon before it disappeared. Had you rather play for an axe or a slab of bacon, David?
Absolutely, I'd rather play for an axe. Way more tough, way more manly. And by the way, I don't eat bacon anyways. I don't need the food. Palmer, give me the axe.
I'm going to go bacon because bacon makes everything taste better, and it's the smoky notes that really give it that extra little flair. So I'll go bacon, but can I...
Touchdown, Wisconsin! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Taylor has it. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, get a tackle for a loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal with the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Minnesota! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Anthony. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll leave it with the lone back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Badgers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. 1st down and more. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Badgers are marching down the field. They're going back to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. It's a seam wide open. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And they've regained the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. And some room to work. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
There he goes. Wide open spaces. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. On second and goal, he carries again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Looking to throw on third and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. Got to give the defense.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch? attack this defense.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for space, it's Dupree. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to pass, it's Edwards. Catch open down the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Starting to feel a little pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Going with the ground game left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The inside handoff. Can't get him to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Badger! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second. and then they run open and they find holes in zones or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmare.
Turns it on down the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. He's got him in the flat. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Badgers in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the lone running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Dupree. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. The throw quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. He's at the and with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Edwards. Puts it out of the air. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Smashes it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And sometimes the elements causes coaches to pause and do I want to put him out there? A lot of wind directly in the face. 40-yard kick, still has enough leg to drive it through. Nice accuracy, 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Catch in the middle. It's Tracy. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Edwards. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, and 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field, give yourself a shot to win.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. And so in this old-school, heated Big Ten rivalry, Paul Bunyan's Act will be headed to Minnesota as the Gophers outlast the Badgers.